IG, if y'all type in the word live or you type in the word show while you're live, it'll automatically send you the information. So you can just click on the link.
All right, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Listen, today we're going to be talking about something extremely important. I think it's critical. There's no intro video. We're getting straight to the meat because I think Iggy and I are not, I wouldn't say the word tired, but we are tired because there's a lack of better words of people teaching business incorrectly. And there's a lot of people, especially when it comes to running a business. And y'all, guess what? This is a masterclass. We finna be teaching, okay? A lot of people, when it comes to running a business, we only think about making the money in business. We don't think about our business being the product that generates us money forever. And a lot of us, how do you say? What do you say when you drop the bag or you fumble? A lot of us fumble the bag because we're so short-sighted in doing business that we never build a business because of our short-sightedness and wanting to make quick money. And when we turn our business into this like almost like sidekick HOE, if you will, it would never be able to bring you or produce you generations of wealth because we build it with a short mind inside. So we're going to be talking about the difference between having a product-centered or centric business or a business-centric approach, why you should be focusing more on having a business-centric approach outside of having a product-centric approach, and how a lot of the information that we are receiving online from product sellers, the reason why they never actually have a business that we hear about is because they're really good at selling products, not good at building businesses. And yes, that is a shot. You can call it gas. You can call it smoke. You can call it a bum. But all I got to say is that everyone that is teaching you to run a business and not have staff or not have employees, not have a location, is absolutely asinine to the history or the future of your business or your capital or the money that you're making. And you're going to build a lifestyle that requires a business to upkeep, that you don't have a business to keep it up.
We are in a time of hyper marketing. We're in a time where somebody thinks that just because they market good or that they have a skill set of marketing that they do good business. That's or good. They run good business. And I'm telling you, somebody like me personally, marketing has always been my thing. I was a great marketer, but didn't quite have all the business aspects together. And to be the truth, like marketers, I said this in a class that I was teaching with some of our clients. Marketers ruin everything, right? You have a lot of people out here that, find something, learn a little bit about something. And they want to just create a bunch of content and market it and hype it up, but don't understand the aspects of building the business around that. How do you bring in team members? How do you put it together systems? How do you structure things properly so that the consumer or the client gets the best deal possible? Not just deal in pricing, but deal when it comes to experience. They get a great deal when it comes to the information that they're able to acquire and have a set plan to be able to make that knowledge applicable or apply that knowledge. Yeah. We have to understand that in the totality of business, marketing is just a small aspect. And I see it happening a lot in the marketplace to be able where people are literally just hyper marketing and hitting these pain points and having great hooks to their videos, but when it comes down to the business and the application of that, either they have never done what it is that they're marketing, or they haven't done it into the level where they have a business structure around it. So as we get into today, we're going to be talking more about that, explaining to you and talking to you about how to build your product is your ultimate business. Yeah. Right? Because you have a product and you have a business that helps push and drive that product, that you may have other products that become associated with that. So we're going to talk more about that today, Doc.
Yeah, and we want to help you as an entrepreneur and a business owner redefine what success is for your business. Success in running a business is not making $1 million. Success in running a business is ensuring that your business can operate at that level of running $1 million without doing all of this.
Yes.
See, that's success. And we got to start redefining. A lot of us are just trying to get to a place and not building parameters or building systems that keep us in that place. We never think about staying there. We only think about getting there. And that's the issue and the essence in itself. And y'all have heard me talk about this all the time. A lot of us are okay with the price, but not okay with the cost of maintenance. And when it comes to building a business, you're building it for the maintenance, not just for the end result of making $1 million or turning this product into crazy. And here's another, I ain't got time to talk about that today. So we're going to be talking about that, hopefully redefining what you think success is and changing your focus and turning your focus into thinking more of your business than just a product that, an entity that you sell products through. And start thinking more of your business as the actual product that has multiple products that pushes the product through. So I think it's important of that. And then we want to shift your focus from, again, selling products to viewing the entire business as the real product. In the first segment, we're going to be talking about the product-centric approach. We're going to share insights on how business owners that solely focus on selling products is actually killing your business every day. We're going to discuss the challenges that that an entrepreneur may face, such as competition, price wars, constant need to innovate products to stay ahead. And the last thing we're going to focus on is the highlight of in the limited scalability and sustainability of a product-centric approach. And I think a lot of us actually can see this in clarity when it comes to course selling. This is a prime example of course selling, because this product-centric approach refers to a business strategy where the primary focus is developing and selling products. Many business owners actually adapt to this approach, right? Believing that creating innovative and desirable products will lead to success. While this approach has advantages, it also poses several challenges and limitations. Let's talk about a few. One of the main challenges focused by a product-centric business is intense competition. In today's global marketplace, especially with AI, especially with the internet, especially with social media, especially with this extra, we can literally get our hands on any product in the world at the price points pretty much that we want. This is causing the major struggle that we're having, because now more than ever, there is an increase in competition for the same thing that you never would have known was in another city or a state if it was back in the day, marketing and business. You just had to compete with your city and your community. Now these products have to compete nationwide immediately. The moment it's shown online, you better hope it doesn't go viral before you have the parameters or system or structure or team in place to compete with that. Because what the biggest challenge is this right here. Listen. These influx of new products and companies dying and paying and vying and beating each other up for the same attention. Competitors are typically trying to outdo each other by offering similar products or better product of the same thing at a lower price, causing these price wars that we typically see online. Talk about that in the marketing space and how that you can see that when you're running marketing campaigns.
The truth is, when you have a business, like, you need to be focusing in 3 different areas: physical product, digital product, and an actual service. Right. So if you're just marketing a product and it's a product that solves a specific problem, more than likely there are other people who are selling that same product or product very, very similar to it, which it increases competition. So when I look at marketing today, especially when it comes to new things coming out, like I said, we marketers ruin everything. Right. And then you got creators on top of that to come, and people just looking for views. And so they'll go search and use all these different gadgets and tools and stuff to find trending products, and they'll market these products. And then you have a lot of competition versus just competing with people in your area or your geographical location. Now you're competing with everybody who's in this niche all at one time. And if you're marketing the same product or a similar product, it's going to be hard for you to stand out versus understanding that you can have variety. You increase your product line. line, attach services to that product, because the people have to be serviced at some point, right? People get hyped up, right? When we talk about automation. Right, you're hyped up when we talk about automation. You can automate this and you can automate that, and this can and you can get this and you don't have to do that. Well, you had to have some understanding of what that automation is in the first place.
Yes.
You had to have some type of process that you were actually
Correct.
automating. You're not creating the process and automating the process at the same time, which means that there has to be some type of service in place. There has to be some type of understanding. And I was scrolling through social media today, and watching people talking about how they were going to help people, walk away from their 9 to 5, and they're going to help people make, a 6-figure income. And and I can tell that they're reading a script while they're recording the video, which is nothing wrong with that. But when you are reading the script specifically and you can't give any additional context to what it is you're reading, or you can't give any additional information, then you are boxing yourself in. So if you have limited information, limited product, you are limiting yourself and are not going to allow your business to grow where it needs to go, and you're not going to be able to implement things that you need to implement. So when we look at pay advertising, right? I can market to anybody, anywhere in the world with a couple of dollars from sitting right here or anywhere that I am. So if I have access to reach any and everybody that is in a specific niche or a specific area by targeting advertising, then that means that somebody can come into my market and advertise as well in my market, in my geographical location, in my city, in my state, in my niche. And if I'm only dealing with products and I'm just attaching myself to a product, especially a trending product, and I don't have anything to supplement that. If it's physical, I don't have a digital. If it's physical and digital, I don't have a service. It's going to be hard for me to grow and expand in that space.
And I'm going to just say this, because I do want to give clarifying who our audience is. Our audience, for those of you that are coming in and out of today's masterclass, our audience is not for people who want to make quick bucks. Our audience and our client base is not for people that just want to make 6 figures. Our client base are those that want to make 6 figures a year from their business producing it with or without them. See, there's 2 type of concepts and constructs and mentalities that I want you to get. I hear so many people say all the time, Iggy, I can show you how to make 6 figures. But none of them say I can show you how to build a business that generates you 6 figures a year with or without you working. See, that mentality, you got to have built something that produces you 6-7 figures a year with or without you doing all of the work yourself in order for you to actually teach somebody that. And to get information that we're getting online, to just create an ebook. Create this ebook. You don't even have to have it physical. Just create an ebook, make 6, 7, 8 figures a year, and then guess what? Leave your job and that's it. What they failed to tell you was when you create products like this, okay? Now we're still on a product-centric. What they're failing to tell you, and I'm not against anyone that's teaching selling ebooks. That's just the thing that I'm just tackling first. There's a lot of other things I could tackle, okay? But we're just saying ebook because this is the easiest one. They say everyone has knowledge, put it in a book and sell it, and then you build your brand off of that. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why that is extremely dangerous, okay? That's extremely dangerous because if you make money this way, you would think that all you got to do is keep selling this book. And that's not business. You can always make new money when there's a new product in the market. But guess what? All those products that are new subside. And what do you have to always do? Create a new product to keep the attention, the hype of your customers and your client base, especially if the primary focus of your marketing campaign is hype, lifestyle, and what's the other one? Hype, lifestyle, and scarcity. I got 20 more books. That's all I got. And after that, they gone. That's not true. You're going to bring it out next month when your money low. We all do it.
Y'all get on the email list when they said that the price finna go up. And just wait a couple extra days.
Hey, listen, anytime somebody tell you the price is finna go down or they finna shut the price, just wait 2 or 3 more days and see if they actually mean what they say.
Just see.
If they mean what they say, next time you better do what they're telling you.
You better do
it. But the point that I'm trying to make is that the business is not built on just the product that you're selling. If you think about it, authors who consider themselves authors, that is their business. They have to continuously produce new what? Books. They have to write new sequels and new series and new this and new that. Why? Because they understand that they can't keep selling the same product over and over again, expecting to have the same revenue and results. So when you're product focused only, guess what happens, family? Now you're only just trying to flail this product around. There is no continuity behind it. We're going to get into the continuity behind it, and I'm going to show you how we built our businesses to where they all need each other. So our customer base, essentially, is needing to use all of our products and businesses in order to fulfill that result that they're looking for. Much like the Apple effect. I'm going to tell you that in a second. But when we're talking about this product-centric focus, now you're talking about, now you have to always be creative. Always be innovative. Always come up with the next thing. Have y'all, y'all that have been following me for a while know that me and Iggy have been teaching the same thing every day at all times, no matter what. And then I may write a book, or I may put a program or a masterclass up of where I am next. But what happens is your business begins to be gimmicky. A lot of us are running gimmicky businesses. What do you mean by that, Dr. Jake? Y'all talk about all these other assets. Real estate, ain't no asset better than a successfully built business. Not one. If that were the case, why do all of these real estate professionals have actual businesses? If real estate alone was just enough. But I do know businessmen that only have businesses, no real estate. You do the math. But we build gimmicky businesses that sell gimmicky products, and we believe these people that say you don't have to have expertise when you write this book. Are you kidding me? Then you create 9 different books in 9 different industries. You don't have any experience in either one of these industries, yet you've made some money, right? With the context of what? Going where? To do what? Because next year you're going to have to sell $1 million again of products, right? Of that same book. Now you're going to be on stage talking about stuff you never done, and scared online when people start calling out scammers, you scared you next. Y'all, let me give y'all, I'm going to give them that in a second. But yeah, so when it comes to that product approach, we got to understand that. And when we understand that, it is easier for us to move with the end in mind. I would never tell anyone to leave their job in my right mind today if your business is not going to produce you what your job salary was with or without you working.
And just to bring more context to it, that don't mean if you making $3,000 a month at your job, when your business generates $3,000 a month in revenue, that you are equal to what you were making at your job.
Correct. And I do want to clarify that. I'm glad you brought that up. What I mean that your business is making you the money, I mean that you have staff, a clear marketing distribution channel. That's what he always talks about. You're not guessing on what products you're selling next. You understand the function of your business. You understand the function of your customer. The problem is a lot of us want to graduate before we actually did the work for graduation. Jake, what do you mean? I hear so many people online, and I bite my tongue in my mouth a lot, but I got to explain this. There is a clear difference between people who ran a business that graduated from business management school or actually paid for business management training and education. There's a drastic difference between those entrepreneurs versus the ones that only look up trainings on marketing, sales, and products. There's a drastic difference. I hear a lot of people say all the time, well, I know a lot of people who didn't graduate college or didn't get any business training that are running business, and the smartest, brightest people in the world are working for them. I call bullshit. Because you can't find me one successful entrepreneur. What I call successful, I say, has been doing $10 million plus a year over 2 decades, 20 years. On average, $10 million a year consecutively. You can't find any one of them that is dumb, slow, or illiterate when it comes to running a successful business top down, from looking at numbers, efficiency modules, compensation modeling, when it comes to where their business is going, when it comes to their staff, their executives, they're on point. You cannot find me one entrepreneur that is walking around happy at the fact that he did not graduate from school. I can guarantee you that he invested or she invested in Deloitte Consulting, KPMG Consulting. They hired outside top level tier practitioners to come give them a quick overview on how to master running and managing a business. And I said all that to say this. So just you selling products alone, it's not enough. It's not enough. And if you're using the saying that I don't know numbers, that's not my thing. What are you running a business for? You might as well go work for somebody and just do that thing.
How are you running a business if you don't need?
How can you call yourself a CEO when you don't want CEO responsibilities? A CEO does not have any room to say what he or she does not know. You have to take it on the chin, good, bad, or indifferent. And most of us, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Most of us that call ourselves CEOs, no one would ever hire you for that position, no matter the business. Here's the hard truth. Here's a hard truth. So when we talk about these products and you only care about the product and the sales you're making, I hardly ever see people brag about their retention online. I hardly ever hear about people bragging about their customer satisfaction ratings. I hardly ever hear about people giving bonuses to their staff. I hardly ever hear about company or employee retreats. All these conferences we throw on, I don't ever see a conference thrown for your staff. I hear all these people online talking about the nice cars that they're driving, but I don't see any upgrades with your staff. Yeah, we talk about the customers, that become millionaires and six-figure earners. But let me bust your bubble for those that sell courses for a living. That's all that you do. And let me clarify. Our education company with our courses and our books are the lowest sales and revenue for our business conglomerate, if you will. They make us the least amount of money.
They really here to vet people for.
I'm gonna get there. Cause we gotta talk about the business. Right? So, okay, so I hardly ever hear, and when I say I hardly ever hear, I'm not saying that there is no one. I'm saying amongst all of these entrepreneur trainers online, that should be a common thing that's talked about. After I create my product, how do I make sure that it's delivered efficiently? You know why everybody talks about digital? Because it's automatic and you think that you don't have to have any follow through with your customers. Do you know why we like to sell physical more? Because this is a billboard on someone's desk. How many times have you bought an ebook and forgot that you had the ebook?
You don't remember which email you put in.
You don't remember what email you signed up, because you know we got them burner emails. I want my book to be on somebody's shelf. And each one of my books are not dud books. They all go to a service or a product that we offer. And we're going to talk about building your business as the product in a second, and how every product should actually be funneling to a service that you deliver, a other product that you offer, or a technology offering that you're able to provide through these products and services that you have. Because every one of Apple's products lean on the other product to make the product experience a lot better. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I think it's important because when you stay product-centric, you stay transactional. When you stay product-centric, you stay transactional. And listen, me and Iggy are aware that this ain't going to be no viral training. But this training, for those that actually take it, is going to change some lives. Now, when we're talking about creating a product, I too often see people that consider themselves businessmen. Can I say it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Iggy said I can say it. People that consider themselves businessmen. You create a product, right? You sell this product, right? A couple of days later, couple of hours later, a week later, now you're posting the sales that you made from those customers like you won. The product, they don't even have the product yet. They haven't even went to the mastermind. They haven't even received your book. They haven't even received your trainings, your development. So I'm going to brag about the revenue I made, put that online to get new customers, and completely disband the actual experience that these customers receive from the product. That's what you should be bragging about. You should let people do their own math. We have over 10,000 customers. You do the math with the average books that on sales and technology and consulting that we do. It is up to you for you to decide and figure out how much money you think I'm making. But if the way that I'm marketing my consulting business or my education business only from the sales that I've made, what business do we really have? It's kind of like, Iggy, somebody saying that they're a construction worker. My product is putting the house together. And then they get 3 deals, and then no sales come in. And then they go online and say, I can show you how to get 7-figure contract deals cash up front.
Ain't not one 2x4 went up. Not one.
None of the 2x4s from your actual business went up. These people still waiting on their house. And you telling them the lumber behind, with the chips that's happening in the car is pushing all the production back.
GC bagged up.
The GC, my GC. But yet you online selling these products, your consulting and education business, when the very business that attracted the sales, those clients are underwhelmed, not overwhelmed, underwhelmed, and not happy about the product or service that you're delivering. That is not a business. That is a product-centered mentality that has a transactional focus to it, which will not have a business lasting long. Think about most of the people we look up to online. Where can you go to find them? Their business. We don't know. Link in the bio. Where's their business locations? What makes them be established? What's the main thing that they're known for? Are all of your favorite entrepreneurs, are they just educators? Do they just sell courses and programs? So when we truly think about what will last long, a product-centered or centric business won't last, because there will be another product out that outdoes that product, that outproduces that product, that comes in a better version. Because guess what? If you're winning in business, people will copy you. You do know that, right? If you're winning in business, people will copy you. So you're always going to be what? Trying to create a new product versus creating a brand, a customer experience that is unlike any other. I think all of us Apple users know that Apple's always behind the Android. Android is always coming up with the stuff first. Tethering stuff, shooting one from one phone to the other. You can put the phones together. They can charge each other. These are all additives that we know that iPhone don't have. Why do we use iPhone? Because my phone can connect to my computer. That can connect to my
mouse, to the keyboard,
that connect to my keyboard. That can connect to my other phone. That can connect to my AirPods. That can connect to my TV. That can AirDrop to all of my friends. That can also FaceTime. You know what I mean? These are all products that only benefit Apple. So your experience will be jaded the longer you're not connecting all of their products collectively together. So they care more about the ecosystem of Apple than just the product of Apple phone itself. If they only focused on the Apple phone, Apple wouldn't be in existence today. But because Apple was connecting and tethering all of their services together to where it makes sense, now we love Apple for everything Apple delivers. Now you're like, boy, you ain't got no Apple Watch. How you got an Android with an Apple Watch? See, we start making jokes like that. Now you get your phone, because now if you're not by your phone, your watch can connect to anything on your phone. So you get an Apple Watch that connects to the Apple. You know what I mean? These are the things that matters when it comes to building a business-centric business. So what matters most? The company that only focuses on the phone, or the company that builds products that all service each other, that one customer will purchase all because they want the continuity of them all? You know what happens? When one upgrades, they all upgrade, which means what? We got to upgrade. What you think about that, Iggy, as we transition to business-centric approach and using Apple as that start focus on them?
Even if you look at Apple, if we look at Apple products, we're talking about Apple products. When we talk about Android is more of an operating system. It's a software that's installed into these different products. So you got Samsung, LG, like HTC. Opus. You got all these different, and they have a software. Apple has a software and a product, so it cares more about the totality of the experience and being able to control that experience. Because if you got Android software and it's on the Samsung phone, then you dealing with this Google over here, and then you dealing with Samsung over here, trying to come together, versus Apple having all of their product, everything, their product design, their design of their operating system, the upgrades of that, the connectivity between multiple different devices, like Dr. Jake was saying. They care more about you being an Apple customer.
That's right.
And what that means.
Apple customer.
What that means to be an Apple customer. To the point where Apple customers are proud to be Apple customers. I can't wait for the new app, the MacBook to come out, or I can't wait for the next version of the AirPods, or what it is, because they are already thinking of how that can go into their Apple ecosystem, getting trackpads and all this. These are all designs and products that Apple has either created or acquired, and to bring under their umbrella to then be able to market, to produce a better ecosystem, a better customer experience.
That's right.
And to be able to define better what it means to be an Apple customer, versus somebody that use Android.
And I think that let's talk about all of the products that they have. They got the iPhone. They got the iPad. They have the iMac. They have the Apple Watch. They have the AirPods. They have the HomePod. They have Apple TV. They have Apple Wallet. And they have Apple financing. Now in a second, we're about to be using Apple cards, and you literally using Apple as a bank. So that goes back to the banking concept. They be missing it, the whole thing. All right, so what am I trying to say? We like being Apple customers. They have many different products that we enjoy, but we love being an Apple customer. Can people say that about your business? See, the ultimate goal of business is for your business, based on whatever industry that is in, for you to consume your client, your customer, with all of the product servicings and offerings that your business offers. I don't want my customer going anywhere to anyone else other than this ecosystem that we're building. That's how you build raving fans. You cannot build raving fans from one product. You don't anchor a fan with an ebook that you didn't write, that you let an AI write, that you have no context or understanding on. Yep. You don't build an ecosystem of raving fans from one-off products like one-hit wonders. And we're going to tell you how we built our ecosystem so that y'all can see how our products were delivered and how they went through. But when you talk about just the Apple products in itself, Apple isn't the iPhone. And a lot of us subjugate our brand to the thing that we do, that we did, or that we offer at that one time. That's why when y'all saw me wearing my hat that said, I'm more than an agent. When you hear me say I'm more than an agent, because a lot of people try to subjugate me just to insurance. No, insurance is a product offering that we offered, but that's not the entire ecosystem that we built. Apple's not saying, hey, we're an iPhone company. Hey, we're an iPad company. Hey, we're a Mac company. They say, no, we're a tech company that offers what? A range of products against all categories when it comes to communication. And well, pretty much communication, the phone and everything, right? So let's look at our range of things, right?
Go ahead. Just to kind of to add to that, if we look at you're trying to you listen to all these people online talking about find these trending products or create ebook for AI. Don't even got to know what it means. First of all, ChatGPT be wrong.
That's right.
ChatGPT be wrong, meaning that it'll spit back from some information that it ain't totally correct, and if you don't understand,
it'll be wrong a lot.
If you don't understand what it is that you're trying to get, because it's just creating the content faster. What you say and you dictate to it should go in the content. What you train the AI on should go into the content. That's what it's giving back, and it's just being able to compile that in a way that makes sense a lot faster, right? But if you are falling for the trap that these marketers and these creators are out here telling you to go and get ChatGPT to make this ebook and sell it, I'm gonna remind you of what happened to all those people who were talking about Shopify, and all you do is find a trending product on Shopify, and you get this trending product, you're gonna sell and you're gonna make all this money. Well, after that trend dies, then if your business, that's all it had, that one product that was hot for a little while, and you talking about, you showing all these screenshots of this you making, when that trend die, your business is gonna die because you didn't have a business. So if you're falling for that mess when it comes to creating content using this AI, and you not going and building around that and you truly know what it means, you're gonna find yourself in a couple months right back where you started, maybe even worse, because you done built up this lifestyle, you done built up these results, you done built up this following that you cannot sustain because it was a trend. So you start selling the trend product, and now you created a trend lifestyle that you have, that is now the trendy business is going down, right? So you hockey stick, and then you just start sticking, right?
You just start sticking. Yeah, that's actually right.
Don't fall for it, y'all. This
is somebody asked real quick on IG, and I'll address it. I'll answer this question because it has some similarity to what we're talking about currently. They said, Jake, what's going on with the sales? Why are the sales low? The sales aren't low. They just adjusted to where they actually should be right now. The sales are not low. We just had an inflation of capital that was unrealistic to the marketplace that drove sales and revenue to places that they've never been. The sales are actually the sales, because the people that I know making money, they still making money. Majority of our sales this year have come offline, not online. So the people that run real businesses that don't depend on trends haven't really, they've seen dips, but not dips so much to where it's catastrophic for their business. The problem is that when we didn't understand that the bubble that we were in during the pandemic and through the introduction of capital being infused into it, we were creating a bubble that everyone would benefit from. And if you built a lifestyle on the bubble, you would be in trouble. Oh my God, that boy good, boy. If you build a lifestyle on the bubble, you would be in financial trouble. And that's what's happening. A lot of people came into business in a bubble and thought that was business. No, that was in the heartbeat of a trend. And the thing about this trend was that if anything you put online went out, you would make money. This trend was an all industry, all product, all consuming trend where everybody got to win. Typically it's industry or products. This time it was everyone. And the problem that a lot of people are facing is that I'm seeing more than ever the lack of business acumen at the highest level right now. At the highest level right now, I'm seeing the highest level of low business acumen, IQ, understanding, wisdom, strategy than I've ever seen before at one time. And I'm witnessing it online. And it's so bad that everyone is now starting to attack each other and destroy each other because the ship of trending is gone and they don't know how to generate capital or resource without without a drama, without a propaganda,
traffic addicts,
without traffic. They're traffic addicts. And I'm seeing these business models needing this traffic, some type of traffic, at the demise of your brand and business just to make money today to feed your trendy lifestyle because you're addict and you don't know how to give it up to get back seated and to get back focused.
What we saw during the pandemic, post-pandemic, was if you look at the economy and think of it like a rubber band, right? So during that, it was stretched. It was stretched. But no matter how much you pull on that rubber band, at some point it has to go back to its regular state. After you stretch it, it has to go back. So now we're seeing the market correct itself. Like Dr. Jake said, the sales are the sales. This is what where the market actually is. It was propped up. It was inflated.
That's right.
So now we're dealing with the inflation of that prop up. Right. So this is why you see inflation in prices. This is why you see people that were once here actually coming back down to here because the hype has died down. Now you're having to operate on a level that's not infused with additional capital that they use to prop up the economy to allow you to keep moving forward. Now we're dealing with the economy. It had expanded. It was stretched because of the infusion of capital that was put into the economy. Now we see it contracting, going back to a regular state. So all the people who made the money off the hype, who started businesses off the trend, who came into a building based on a lifestyle. Now you were seeing that go back into a place because they didn't know how to market or run a business without showing and flaunting them lifestyle. They didn't know what it took to be in the trenches to get a client or a customer. They didn't know have supplemental products or services that they can offer in different areas.
And now we're hearing people say, Iggy, don't just focus back on you and your family.
Listen, they were making jokes. They were making jokes and they had subliminals when we adjusted our prices online for our side to just $1 a month at the end of 2022. They said they thought we were,
everybody was talking about high ticket. We was like, no, sir.
No, we understood. We saw what was going on. They literally all type of stuff. Now they trying to reshuffle and refigure. Everybody creating monthly subscription so they can just stop selling the courses and put it in there. Bro, this is because we understood what was about to happen because we understand the business that it is we're building. It's not just based off 1-2 products. It's based off the entirety of the ecosystem that we built. And so we know, okay, if this is what this looking like, we're probably gonna take some hits here. So we need to adjust so that we can maintain and sustain so that we can come on the other side and have a foundation to really build from.
Which takes me back to the business-centric approach, okay? The business-centric approach doesn't put too much emotion or excitement on one product. Mm-hmm. We ride that product until the product is going to die because every product has an expiration date. Y'all, like, let me back this thing all the way up, okay? Everything has an expiration date. Us on this earth, the food that we eat, the thing that we intake, the things that we indulge, the music that we listen to, everything. Think about it. Even your most favorite artists and your most favorite album and your most favorite song, when you first get it, how often do you consume it? Every day, every second, every minute. And then once you get tired of it, it slowly leaves your cycle and your system to where you think about it here and there, but it's no longer a part of your music, your music catalog at the time, playlist at the time, right? That's the same thing that happens with products and services.
Everything is cyclical.
Especially when we're creating products and services that are not need-based products and services. These are high ticket products that are poorly delivered. And even low ticket products that are poorly delivered. And I hear so many people online say, you got your product. And you talking to the customer. Although the customers be tripping, out of line. You got your product. What you beefing for? Well, if they didn't like the experience of getting the product, there are some complaints that they're having that you have to adjust to make your brand stronger. But the problem is that we replace business brand with personal brand and don't realize only one can be sold. Now, Jake, what you mean? Building your personal brand sounds cute and dandy until you realize you can never sell your personal brand. You maybe can license it, but most people won't get large enough to be able to license their brand. You can't sell it for anything. That means you're just putting all this stock, all this investment into a brand that can never be sold at any time at any point. What good is that? When you think about our products, every product has an expiration date. Even when you're running your company, there's an expiration date on how long you're going to have the zeal and the wherewithal and the openness to be innovative to run your company. Eventually, you too need to move aside so somebody else can take the company and give it a new breath of fresh air. Every product that is created has an expiration date. So if I'm building my company with an expiration date in mind, I'm never too high on any one person or any one product to make my company move forward. Here's one big thing that most people miss about Dr. Jake. Nobody is above the law of the company. I'm not on social media. He's not on social media to build our own name. We're on social media to build a name of a company that people trust, so that one day when we sell the company, because most people fail to realize, I wrote this in Suitable to Sell, you should be building a business that can be sold, no different than you creating a gadget that can be sold. And when I see so many people robbing their business so you can deal with your lifestyle, whatever it is, it's the absolute most ludicrous thing that I ever can. Bro, it's crazy to me. You spend all of your time in the business. You spend all of your money on your business. You make all of your mistakes on the business. You have all your wins in the business. Your business gives you the lifestyle. Yet we steal from our business every day. And we never put the business first. And wonder why we turn 50, 60, 70 years old with a dilapidated business that your own children don't want. Because guess what? What was cool in the 70s is not cool today. You know why people buy Rolexes? It's not because of the Datejust. Because you know Rolex has different products, right? They got different products that represent different things that cater to different audiences. From the young black or young white kid that just made some money, they got the $10,000 watch for you. For that big dog that want to make a statement that you ain't on this level, they got the $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 watch for you. You're not buying Datejust or Day Dates or Presidential or Seamaster, Bastard, whatever you want to call them. You're buying Rolex, the brand, because the brand represents something. When someone buys a product from your company, are they happy that it came from your company, or are they just happy with the product that they got? And that will let you know the true value of your business. I don't take it lightly that we have people that tattooed the company logo on their body. That were our clients, our customers. That means something to me, because that means that our brand represents much more than the product that we're selling. So let me give y'all an example of what a business-centric model looks like, and then we'll break it down a little bit more into it. So a lot of you all don't know why I even wrote the book Private Banking Blueprint. A lot of you don't know why I created the Private Banking Blueprint course at the time. Well, let me give you an update, okay? Because we were doing free masterclasses and free appointments every day. Okay? We had so many people that were unqualified scheduling appointments and taking up 2 or 3 hours of our advisor's time asking basic information that we were losing time on closing clients that actually were in our client avatar. So we created the course to vet out people that were not ready for the next phase. We provided a community that curated an environment that promoted education of holistic private banking. Because I knew that when I was teaching, people were getting consumed and excited of the thought of being a private bank. And they only heard, hey, all I got to do is open up an insurance policy and I'm my own bank. And I realized that there's a lot more information that they needed before becoming our client. What most people don't know about our model was that if someone became an insurance client of ours, it was something for them to be proud about, because we had over 5,000 people take our Private Banking Blueprint course and only took 100 customers. Most people online could never give you those numbers. We had over 5,000 people purchase our book and take our course. And we took less than 100 clients that we deemed were suitable and ready for the private banking policy. See, we didn't create a course to make money and become a course pusher. We created a course because our business model needed a filtering system. And we wanted much more educated clients than the clients that we were getting, no disrespect, off the street, because this was the first time that they heard it. So we will much rather invest 18, 20 hours into the client so that they can be able to get the information that they need. And if they were willing to go through the program, take the test that we had, that means that they will be willing to actually act out the concept of private banking. So this was a filtering process to the service that we offered for insurance. So then we wrote the Private Banking Challenge. So do y'all see how this one product went to another service that we offered? Every one of our products goes to a service. So this product went to a service. So then we wanted to offer the service of corporation setups, trust, to start building out the actual structure that's needed for your what? For your banking system. This taught the ideology of family, God, and the spirit of money. This taught the structure of corporation to protect your money. Spirituality, physical structure. So the Private Banking Challenge, this was me and a couple of other seven-figure experts that were teaching you trust, corporations, how they work together, how they are malleable and they build amongst each other. It's not get a trust and then some. So then we wrote down in a book to teach you the concept and the structure of what? Getting it all together. And we called it the challenge. So that we what? Once you got educated, you were a much better educated client. By the time you came to the point of getting the trust, the corporation, the policy, and implementing in your business, guess what, y'all? You were educated first so that we got a better client for our services. Then we wrote Launch Like a Pro. Because what we began to realize was that, damn, our customers and our clients are the ones that are not ready. They have a money issue. The ones that were not ready have a money issue. So you know what that means? That means that, wow, maybe if we provided some type of education, coaching, consulting that helped them increase the capital that they make, then they can take that extra capital and start their process of becoming their own bank. And I see that a lot of people actually suck at launching businesses and launching brands and products from scratch. Here's a small little misnomer. There has never been a product that we have launched using this blueprint that I created, that we have not done more than $50,000 on the launch in the launch week. Never. Once we follow the plan. Well, what did that product lead to, Jake? Well, this product actually led to our technology.
Backend.io.
Backend.io. Once you learn how to launch a product, a business, a brand, or a service, you need a what? You need a site that you can build your brand on that follows the guidelines of Launch Like a Pro. Go figure. So guess what? Now you can go on our website builder and build drag and drop sites that are fully functioning, or you can upgrade and we'll transfer the site for you if you pay annually, or we'll build your site from scratch. Either way, Launch Like a Pro is the gateway to the actual service and the technology. Acquisition ready. This is teaching you how to build your business to get ready to acquire another business. Well, Jake, this product, well, it's a small book. This book was just a quick read to get you to say, man, maybe I need to start buying businesses to increase my business's brand. Maybe so. Maybe I need to start acquiring lists and acquiring platforms so I can build our reach. Okay, cool. Well, how do I know I'm financially ready? Wow. I need to know my profits and my losses. I need to know my budgeting and my balancing. I need to know my financials to know if I'm ready to buy another business. Wow. Guess what we have, y'all? We got a technology called Pocket Bookkeeper. That's a bookkeeping software that keeps an active P&L, profit and loss, of your business on a daily basis. So that when you're getting investors to invest into you, or you're going to the bank to get financing, whatever your way of getting capital, you have all those things. What, Jake? So this product went to a technology product that also goes to a service that we offer where we'll help you buy the businesses on your behalf. Am I getting through to them?
I hope so.
I hope so. This product goes to a service. This product goes to a service. So not only do the physical books actually go to a technology, it also goes to a service. Why is this important? Because I don't want anyone to think that BizCo is just a publication. I don't want anyone to think that BizCo is just technology. I don't want anyone to think that BizCo is just an education company. I don't want anyone to think that BizCo is just an acquisition company. I don't want anyone to think that BizCo is just a consulting firm. BizCo is a collection of products that helps our end user, the business owner, build and grow in the most efficient way possible. So when our client comes to us at the lowest level, they're in an education school, using our technology, hiring our consulting firm to help them be efficient, and then hiring our M&A department to help them buy businesses and grow to get ready to sell. All of it works collectively together, which means when people buy one product, they're buying into the ecosystem of BizCo that they'll matriculate through, and some point in time, multiple products, and be on them for a long time.
If y'all, when y'all start to understand more about the building of business and the growing and the scaling of business, you'll understand that these product offerings, these service offerings, they weren't there day one.
Correct.
But understanding as you build, understanding the customer experience, what the customer needed.
That's good.
You heard him say that the private banking blueprint was created initially just to help vet the customers, vet the clients, because it was wasting time.
That's right.
So it was put in place to make the business more efficient.
That's right.
Put in place to help give the client a better experience. So as you grow, as you get more experience in your business, and not just going and not need no skill sets and no understanding and trying to build a business, when you actually understand to the most fundamental level what it is you're doing and the needs of your clients, because we talk about need-based businesses. You understand the needs of their client, then you can start to service them. I had 2 client meetings earlier today, and I started off the meeting and just getting more feedback from them to understand what is it that they like from the training, what is it that they would like more of, and if it provided insight. Why? So I can get a better understanding for the experience of the client, so as I grow forward, I can implement things or remove things or add on top of things or get assistance in areas to make that experience better to continue the growth of the business. It all started from understanding the client needs and having real understanding and real insight and real expertise in what it is that we are offering, versus just saying you can go find this trendy product, you can use these couple tools, throw up some ads, get you a Shopify store, and you're gonna make $1 million in 2023. That's not the case.
Yeah, that's not the case. And I'm actually appreciating that a lot of the market is struggling. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's literally double downing, Iggy, on our concept of skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills, not trendy topics, not quick little ebooks, not quick Airbnb plays, not Turo plays. We're talking about, if you want to get into exotic rentals, Turo should have been a distribution channel, not your channel. You're talking about building a business. Airbnb should have been a play, not the play. Mm-hmm. And when you start looking at the construct of a business, if you're really in it for the customer or for the client, your product serverings and offerings should actually develop and evolve over time to where you're servicing the client from the beginning all the way to their end needs, which means as you grow and as you expand, you should actually be hiring and acquiring partners, hiring and acquiring businesses, hiring and acquiring assets that bring more value to your customer long term. I truly don't understand the information that's getting out there where we're building one-dimensional businesses, expecting them to be able to handle multi-dimensional problems in the market. If I'm building a one-dimensional business, I cannot overcome multi-dimensional problems in the market. What's a multi-dimensional product, Jake? I'll tell you. The pandemic, then blowback from the pandemic, onset of war, which causing tariffs to be higher, which causing the cost of life and goods to be higher, less capital that you can get from banks because they're requiring more information because the interest rates are higher, they're more at risk, less people are scared to spend money. So when you start looking at the multitude of problems that business owners are dealing with, you gotta have multiple ways to skin the cat in your business while still servicing the one customer. See, when it comes to our business and our brand, people are not confused on what we offer and what we do. But when people go to your brand or they go to your page, if they are confused in your offering, that means you're not doing a good job building a brand. You're doing a good job maybe of creating a product, and then when you create a new product, your audience like, man, she's switching up or he's switching up. No, these should be deliverings that you offer over time. This is truly building a business. Your offering can be a one offer in the beginning, but as they come in, most of y'all don't even get the marketing that we actually push amongst our customers and our clients. Most of y'all would never even see that online because that will breed confusion online, but our multitude of products service the same customer. So I can have let me tell y'all something. This literally happened. We'll use Wilson. Wilson is an investor in one of our businesses, a customer in 3 of our products, a client in one of our consulting to become a client for acquiring businesses, and avid reader of every product, every book we put out. How can one business be comfortable selling that one client a multitude of different products without batting an eye? Because these are different product offerings that help aid to that one client being able to get to their end goal of desire. You got to build your business, so you got to have a site, right? Okay. You got to track your financials, so you got to have some type of bookkeeping or accounting app, right? Okay. You got to grow your capital. You want to be able to spend it, so putting your money in an app that helps you lend to other entrepreneurs, right? Okay. So those are 3 different product offerings that both service her. Well, she needs a place where she can get affordable but extremely well education. So we created an education company that now it's $11 a month, but at one time was $11 a year you can get in. So now she has a place that's teaching and educating her at the highest level. So when she comes to our consulting practice and we charge what we charge, we tell her, hey, you can always go back and try to do it yourself. But if you're enlisting us to hire us to do it for you, this is what we charge. So there's a multitude of product offerings that we can offer the same customer without batting an eye and without under-delivering. This is what we talk about when building a brand that supersedes a product-centric mentality. And we got to shift. The biggest shift is from me to we to them. You may say, Jake, what you mean? Me is I'm building the business for myself, for my lifestyle. We is we're building the business for ourselves and for our lifestyles. Them is they're running my business that I built that helps me keep up my lifestyle. You can't get to the space or to the environment or the time to do what God has called on your life if you never go from me to them. If you think that your calling in this world and in this life is only to be doing what you're currently doing right now, you misshot God. Because when God created this earth, Airbnb wasn't invented. When God created this earth, Turo wasn't invented. When God created this earth, doing insurance policies wasn't invented. When God created this earth, driving cars wasn't invented. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing today wasn't even invented when God thought of us. So do you think that what God has for you is dependent upon what you're doing today? So you have to transition from me to them if you want to actually get to the space to where you're only operating in the will of God, doing what he calls for your life. So what is the me to them? The them is, do you have infrastructure in place, a system in place, structure in place, staff in place, customer focus, production in place? If anyone on your team is caring more about the money that they're making than the customer that's paying them to have the lifestyle that they want, they need to be off your team immediately, because no business is in business if the customer doesn't believe in the business. Every piece of the lifestyle is built off the customer believing in the product and whatever that product was supposed to deliver for them. Every client, every customer, every lifestyle. So to build a business that doesn't focus on the customer and their matriculation throughout the usage of your products and service offerings, you're missing the boat completely. So you want to get into the misconceptions, Iggy? We're going to talk about the 3 common misconceptions and fears associated with broadening the focus beyond products. Oh, you don't see it? Oh, you don't have it on yours? He don't have the notes on his, y'all. He like, I try. That's why earlier in the show you was looking at, what is he reading? Because I don't see that. He's trying to set me up. This brother trying to set me up on the show.
So when we talk about a misconception, first one is going to be the fear of loss, focusing on product quality or innovation. So what this is meaning is that it is a misconception to be in fear by making your product better, increasing the quality of that product, even though you may have to retract on how much you're marketing from the marketplace. Even though you're having to retract on how much you're marketing in the marketplace to focus more on the quality, you may have to take some of your advertising budget and focus on product development to get that product better suited based on the feedback that you've got from it. Right? You have to address this by highlighting the business-centric approach and overall product experience. This allows for the long-term sustainability through diverse offerings.
And what this means is most people that are in business only focus on, did your customer get the product? We don't focus on, did the customer get the result of the product that we sold? Oh, that's one that we missed.
That's a big one. And then, like, when we talk about, we also have to understand that, there's people talking about online that they took somebody from zero to $1 million, and they taught them everything. To me, that's almost the same as saying that my 6th grade teacher was the reason that I made all this, and not giving any credit to my 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, my junior, but my counselor that was in, my principal who I sat down with. It's crazy that people will even push that. But they're focusing on just getting the sale. They're focusing on leveraging that to market to get the sale, but have no direct concern on the quality of the product or service they're delivering. In most cases these days, the product that they're delivering to the marketplace. So that is a big misconception. If you don't focus on, we got product creation, then we got product development. So if you're not focusing on the quality of their product, what things are needed to help the experience of the customer, because they're the people who are going to continue to buy. They're the people that's going to share the information with other people that could persuade them to buy. They're going to be the people who allow you to keep growing your business and living your lifestyle, or they're going to be a part of that data that you utilize to sell that business on your exit. So understanding the quality and development of that. So we have to understand, for example, Apple. While Apple is primarily known for innovative hardware products such as iPads, iPhones, Mac computer, the company has successfully expanded its focus to a wide range of services, right? We look at Amazon. Amazon originally is an online marketplace for books.
Yeah. For
books. You weren't buying no toilet paper on Amazon. You weren't getting pet goods for Amazon, right? That wasn't happening. It was specifically focused on a niche to develop a customer base, and they focused on delivering that quality, getting those systems down, being able to deliver the product to the customer, understanding what that supply chain looked like, and what the customer needs, how fast they expected the product to be delivered to them, and was able to build a model to be able to offer other products inside that same exact system that they had in place, and to make it better. Now they become a global leader and a trend setter in the marketplace, because I'm telling you, as a small business here in America, it's hard to compete with their shipping.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. This is why I tell you to focus on the business, and why when we say acquisition ready, and we have a lot of people that's taking our program and they're scared, and rightfully so. You don't know if you're ready for acquisition ready, but if you ain't ready now, you ain't never gonna be, because nobody's ever ready for acquisition until you get ready. You got to start the process, and it is grueling and it is costly. But the thing that most of us focus mostly about, because when you was on your job, the only thing you had to worry about was the money that you made. You didn't have to worry about what it costs to pay you your money. You don't have to think about, you like, man, I used to be a VP and manager and getting $150,000 a year working at such and such. Yeah, but you forgot those 10 people that worked for you that did your job. You remember when you told the corporate office that you needed an assistant? Remember you told the corporate office that you needed more equipment? You told the corporate office that you needed more data so that you can do your job better? Guess what? That came with a cost. Not just to help your life, but if they help your life, that means that you're having a better chance of improving the quality of life of the customer being in the business. Everybody thinks about making money from the customer one time, but you don't think about keeping that customer for a lifetime. What is that lifetime? And so we talk about Apple, the Amazons, the Teslas, the Googles, the Nikes, and all these new products offerings. But here's another piece that we fail to realize. They didn't start those products from scratch. They bought out another company that already had the products. Mm-hmm. This is the thing. Like, I want y'all to understand this. Whether you're making $100,000 a year or $50,000 a year in your business, or even working a job, your only thought process should be in the acquisition of every product servicing that we're able to offer our clients now. We acquired it, especially the technology. We did not build those from scratch. We acquired somebody else's business that was building the technology or that already had it. So even when you talk about the expansion of your business and making sure that you're good and that is fine, have y'all not noticed that you can actually buy any one of these products separately? When you go to Amazon, you don't just buy Amazon and get all the products. Let me tell you the default of having a product-centric business model. When every time you drop a new product, your customer and clients that they think they get it free because they bought your other products. Iggy's chuckling, but y'all know that's real. Press the number 1 right now. I know this podcast is boring to y'all. Y'all don't want to hear about the truth of business. I get it. But press the number 1 right now. If when you dropped another product, your client thought that they get that product free or discounted because they bought they bought a product of yours before.
And you
press number 1. Press number 1. Press number 1. Then you like, damn, like, just because I drop another product don't mean that you get this one free. You want to know why? Because you done bundled everything to life. You done created a product-focused trend that now they think that just because they got one product, that means that they get everything because they spent some money with you, whether it's high ticket or low ticket. Why? Because they don't see the they don't see the first, they don't see the brand first. They think that everything that you deliver and everything that you produce is extra on top. They don't go to Apple saying, hey, Apple, I got your AirPods. That means I get the iPhone, because how can I have AirPods with an iPhone? I need that. They buy the iPhone. Because the business of running a business is listening to what your customers' needs are. Now, our customers may be the first to hear about it first. They'll be first to offer. There may be a part of the beta group, which may offer a different price point. But we ain't giving nothing for free just because you bought something else. Because the brand of BizCo is more than just the thing that you know us for. It's everything that we offer to help your experience become a better experience. And that's one of the things that's important for you to understand. Now, the second misconception is we have a fear of diluting the brand or losing brand identity. Okay. I think this is important. A lot of people be like, damn, Jake, but if I show my face less, then our business produces less sales, which means we make less money. Yes. Initially. Because it's putting less focus on the character and more focus on the experience. See, when it's you and they love you and they love your personality, you can screw up. Oh, that's Jake, man. That's the cousin, man. I'm going to give. No. But when your business is first and you got other people that are brand ambassadors pushing your brand. Now it's not with you wooing and shaking them. Now it's about what is their experience dealing with your brand. The personal identity is cool. That is fine and well. But when you start to put things into place to start building your business's brand, you have to push yourself to the back and get the new consumers used to dealing with everyone but yourself. Here's why. Because the more personable you make your brand, the less people actually take your business seriously. The more personal and accessible you are as the founder or leader to your business, to the public, to the private, the less they actually respect your time. So when people deal with my company and our company, you got to deal with whatever department that thing is, that's whatever they said. You hit my DM? Go to the ticketing system. The ticketing system ain't this. Well, you got to wait your turn. I don't have enough of the information. You go through our clientels, dealing with our consulting firm. Guess what? There are different people that you may never even see, Dr. Jake. Because the goal is to go from me to them. To where it's just you, to where it's us, to where you now have comparable, valuable people running the business on behalf of you. Most of us never get to our business being an asset. Most of us never get to enjoy our business as an asset, which is why so many people run to real estate. and get their ass handed to them. See, they're not telling y'all them stories. There's more people in real estate getting their ass whooped than the people that's winning. Than the people that's actually winning. It's a fact. So we talk about the diluting of the brand and losing the brand identity. If the company's brand is built off of you, you don't have a company. You have you that do business activities. Everybody say Russell Brunson all the time. Oh, not Russell. What's the Virgin Mobile guy? Brunson. Richard Brunson. Richard Branson. Yeah. Everybody talk about, well, Richard Branson have a larger than life brand. Yeah, but I don't see Richard Branson face everywhere. When you see Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Vacations, Virgin Trips, I don't see his face on every daggone thing. Y'all know his brand, but y'all also know his company. That's the truth. Charles Schwab, $1 trillion investment firm. Charles Schwab, yes, is named after him. But people know Charles Schwab, the firm, before they know Charles Schwab, the man. But he started that from the beginning. So we're building these businesses, listening to marketers and influencers. Not realizing that you're damaging your business when you're only thinking that your brand and your identity starts with you. If you think that, you will never build a brand where you can actually live on what you did, not what you're doing, not what you've done. I want did money. I built that company as I'm still getting paid from it. Now I built that company's no longer existing. Most of us have done money. Or do money. As I do, I get paid. As I done yesterday, I get paid. Most of us never get to experience did money. I built the company once. I did it once, and it's still paying me in perpetuity. The third misconception is the fear of losing control or becoming too dependent on partnerships and collaborations. I hear so many people talk about that all the time, Iggy. I just want my business to just be me because I don't want too many people having control. I don't want a lot of people saying anything. And I don't want my brand for anyone to take credit for what I did. How's that damaging their business and brand? You don't want to talk. It's damaging to your business and brand because how can you build a brand or a business that transcends or supersedes you if it stops and starts with you?
I'm shaking my head because I used to be dumb enough to think just like that, bro. I used to be that dummy.
Oh, well, he talking from essence. Go ahead, brother.
I used to be that dummy. And if you feel offended that I say the word dummy, well, I was right there with you. I was right there with you because what that truly comes from having a mindset that comes from a place of lack versus it comes from a place of abundance. Because when you understand the abundant mindset, when you're moving in that vein of abundance, then you understand that I got plenty enough to share. And if I'm going to impact and reach the people, if I want to make $1 million a month, that means that I have to service a certain amount of people, and I have to help, and I have to impact and change a certain amount of people. And there's no way that I can do that on my own. There's enough and there's abundance. And I was trapped in this mindset. I'm gonna do everything. I was doing a lot of everything for a long time, bro. A lot of everything for a long time. Building out the funnels, writing a copy, coming up with the idea for the product, selling the product, dealing with customer service, doing the training on the product, running the advertising for the products. And I was talking about, I'm doing all this. It's me. I got control of my business. I'm stressed the hell out. right? My business started suffering because then I started getting attitudes with my customers because some stuff that I didn't have in place properly, and they got questions on, and I'm confused.
Talk about it.
Or I'm stressed because I told them that I was going to do this training. Now I got to actually do the training, and I'm tired, stressed out because
they don't know. I've been working all day.
They don't know, and they showed up, and they just following the expectation I set, but I'm draining myself and I'm moving. I'm stressed. I'm stressed out. I'm getting my blood pressure going up. Right. I'm physically feeling it, not understanding that if I just had a system in place that I could train somebody else on how to come in and implement that, share a little bit of the money with them, that I could then go and service more people at a better quality and get more revenue coming in that could be split, which means that my part of the pie is still going to be in abundance. I had to learn this myself in moving in business because I was operating in a mindset of lack versus understanding the abundance that is promised, and that we have to move and we have to build. Jesus wasn't even out here doing it by himself. He had to have people that he trained and he built up around him to go out and share that information. If he was like, nope, it got to come from me. If you don't hear it from my mouth, no, he said, go out and teach. He said, I want you to go share this message. I want you to go do the work that it is that I'm doing.
That's right.
If you are moving and you just want to control, you will never have nothing big that you can sell. Because if you building up and it's just you and it's just for you doing everything, it's not gonna be to the quality and it's not gonna perform to the level that it needs to for you to be able to exit it properly, because people won't see the value in it because you haven't created that.
And this is what I want to say. And I want to give this disclaimer. For a lot of you that's extremely hard on black business, I do want to give this disclaimer. Most black entrepreneurs don't even know these simple concepts of running a business. So a lot of this scammerville stuff that's going around. Yeah, scam reveal. And it's going to be a trend. Everyone's going to be calling everyone a scammer now. It's just ridiculous. But a lot of this stuff comes up because most of the black entrepreneurs were only taught how to market, promote, and sell. But to think about where the majority of the emphasis in trainings are. Don't say it out loud, but think of the top 10 entrepreneur educators in the black space. 8 of the top 10 that we know have big brands, like a lot of people know, only focus on what? Social media content, marketing and advertisement, selling, promotion, product creation. That's the front end of the business. So when we only look at the front end of the business, of course the back end gonna be screwed. Why do y'all think our technology is called back end? The majority of the information online right now is how to sell, how to make money, how to do this, nothing, how to keep the customer, how to keep the client, how to do all of that. It's extremely important that we understand the importance of the back end. It's more important for you to have your back end in place to handle whatever your traffic is. You need 2 times the back end foundation. I wish I knew that. And I think that a lot of people are struggling with.
I wish I knew.
I feel like a lot of people are struggling with that construct because most of us never saw successful people that look our age talking about these things, which is why these videos that we do, Iggy, when we talk about this, don't get no love. We can talk all types of stuff online, but when we talk about handle your back end, when we talk about somebody will say, okay, I'll invest $100,000 if it makes me $1 million. But that same person, if you invest $100,000 and it save you $1 million, do you think of it as the same? Most people don't. If I say, yo, when you invest in us, we're marketing and branding last, efficiency and operations first. So whatever money you was going to pay that marketer, you're going to have to pay us more to get you efficient. But the money that you save will make you more profitable. So when you do go and use the new profits that you never had before to go and pay for that marketer, now you're using profits that you never had to use that to go pay for a marketer that you want. Now you can actually handle the production and the revenue that's coming in without it collapsing the actual business foundation.
So you saying a lot of people out here focus on ROI, and when they really should be focusing on SOI, the savings that they get on their investment. So if they invest in, especially from becoming efficient, if they invest $100,000, how much are we able to make their business more efficient? That they're not spending this cost or spending extra money here that's not needed because they're more efficient. A lot of people will say it'll make, if I spend $100,000, it make me $1 million. Well, it made you $1 million on the return you spent, but you might have had costs that equaled up to $987,000 in the middle of there that we didn't that you didn't look at.
Go ahead. I'll give an example. Say we had $1 million. We don't have the board up, so y'all got to follow me. Say we had $1 million, and my business had a 10% profit margin. 10% profit. That means after expenses, everything profit margin. That means that what? I would net $100,000, right? Right? Okay. Y'all follow me? If my business had a profit margin of 10% and we revenued $1 million a year, that means that my net profit would be $100,000 a year. That's my net. Okay. Now, if I were to take 50,000 of my net 100,000 I'm making, and I invested that into marketing, that 50,000 out of my profit, I invested into marketing 50,000, and that year I made $2 million on 10% profit margin. That's $200,000 that I made. I'm going around saying, man, my business do $2 million a year, man. I am the king, boy. What are you? I run $1 million business. Okay, yeah. You netting $200,000 a year. Cool. Or what if I took the 50,000 from the first 10% and I made my business be able to operate at a 20% profit margin, not 10, but we doubled in efficiency profits, revenuing the same money, doing the same thing, no extra money, bro, coming out of my pocket for marketing and advertisement. That next year, I make $200,000, making the same $1 million a year, just increasing profitability. Which one matters most? Well, if you think about it, if I took 50,000 out of this now 200,000 and increased profitability to $2 million, my revenue to $2 million a year at a 20% profit margin, I'm doing $400,000 a year in net profit. And the only thing I did was I took the 50,000 versus going marketing first. I paid BizCo to help me with my efficiency. They got me more efficient. The next year, they said after a year of running efficiently, now we're going to use the extra profits from this year and go for marketing on your third year. So your other mentor told you go for marketing first. We tell you go for efficiency first. On the third year, you're seeing two total different profit margins because we focus on efficiency before marketing and advertisement. See, this is what they not teaching. We can teach marketing every day.
All day.
And the thing about marketing, bro, is this. The marketing strategies change faster than the operational efficiency strategies. So the 50,000 I spent for marketing and advertisement today won't get me the same result the next year because we have more people competing and using that same strategy because all y'all mentors want to tell every damn body how to run the same play.
That's the mindset of that. You've been in a bathtub, and you run the water in and leak out, and you put more water in there. You think that the answer.
Oh, you think 'cause the thing open?
The thing open, but no, you can't find the hole. But you got to keep putting more water in there. The mindset of just go get more marketing will be. I got this bottle of water. And it got a hole in it, and it's leaking out water at the end. And I'm just telling you, just put more water in there. Just keep putting more water in there to fill it back up. Versus plugging the hole so the water that is already in there, that I've already taken the time to put in there, stays in there, and then I can drink it. Versus it just leaking out. A lot of people just telling it that you only need to focus on marketing and not efficiency. Don't care about the holes in your business because they more concerned about getting a dollar in their pocket versus helping your business.
Y'all, this is coming from a marketer.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. That I had to start putting certain guidelines in place, even though I didn't understand the efficiency of the business. I stopped dealing with businesses that weren't already producing a certain amount of money.
That's right.
Not saying that they were going to be the most efficient business, but I knew that they were going to be able to handle an increase a lot better than somebody who didn't have anything that in place already, didn't have any system. If you're doing $25,000 a month consistently, and I can look at your revenue and see the past 3 to 6 months you've been producing this, I feel better about marketing if I'm just providing marketing because you have this understanding. But at the same time, people just coming to me now say, yo, you can run some ads for me. Well, yeah, I'm sure I could. You want me to steal your money?
Yeah. All right. So now what's the questions you ask now? Because you went from saying, okay, do you do this much in revenue? What's this product? I can take it. Now what's your process? So Iggy don't take no clients.
Understanding what is your current revenue a month?
Okay.
How long you've been doing that revenue?
Okay.
What are the profit margins on that revenue? Do you have a database in place, and how many people are in that database? How often are you communicating with this database? What different products? What's your primary product that you're selling? How many units of that product are you moving? And what type of revenue that's producing? Just to name a few. This will give me, based on how you answer these questions, give me one: do you understand your business enough for me to be able to come in and increase it? 2, are you actually putting in the work to understand and service your clients in the proper way? Because if I bring you $50,000 in additional monthly revenue, but you not ready for it, and you make another $50,000, but your costs and expenses to be able to manage that was a $45,000, and so you only able to net $5,000. What good did I really do you from being able to grow your business aside from being able to say I made you an extra $50,000?
So in short, you can't really pay for marketing and advertisement. In short, you can't really pay for marketing and advertisement if you don't first understand the ins and outs of your business. Because I can pay him to run paid advertisement. Y'all, Iggy will blow your list up, your products up. The brother is cold, okay? But if Iggy doesn't know what your process is, say his job is to generate leads for you. But if you don't know how to close the lead, process the lead, acquire them as a client, onboard them on your product, and get them in your ecosystem, you're going to be like, Iggy, your process didn't work. Iggy like, bro, I sent you 100 leads. They like, man, I only made $5,000. That sounds like an operational issue. Here's another one. Man, run advertisement. We see this all the time, especially with some of the clients that we've taken prior to doing our suitability screening. Man, can you run advertisement? Yeah, we'll blow your stuff. We blow it up, right? Then they got to shut down their business.
Man.
For 90 days.
Stop.
They stopped the brand. They stopped because the product is sold out. So they shut the business down because the product is sold out. Oh, so when you don't ask the client, how many products can you take? What's the pace of this taking? What is your delivery? Or they may say, had to shut it down because we got overwhelmed with sales. So we got to stop all sales, shut down the site so that we can, y'all, what does that tell other people that were looking at the brand? What's that do to your advertisement? What does that do to your branding on the videos that you posted on other people's pages, now going to a site that no longer works?
It's going to cost you more money advertising to be able to have to stop the advertising and then fix that and then try to start back up the advertising versus being able to consistently advertise.
Then, not only that, bro, Now you got to think about it. Now you got to go hire Auntie Cheryl and Cousin Day Day now. Because Auntie Cheryl and Cousin Day Day now, guess what, bro? You need help now. Now you're trying to pay them out of pocket, trying to train them on the fly. They've getting up distribution. Products ain't going out. They not sending the right email. Now people mad. They don't know what they doing. And before you know it, you got customers calling your product a scam when in truth, you were not prepared to do business.
Shooting yourself in the foot.
Everybody wants 1,000 customers until you got to service 1,000 customers at the same damn time. See, this is true business. And if we don't understand all of the elements of business, people say college doesn't teach you entrepreneurship. No, it doesn't. It teaches you business management. And it seems that a lot of us are good at being entrepreneurs, selling shit, but you're not good at keeping it. So you probably need to join PBS.
Because based off the skill sets that we teaching there, the people that's in there, they're getting real results. They applying.
And you know what? You know what we consider results? Mastery of skills. Can I talk about this real quick?
Please.
Little off topic, and then we'll get into the. We'll end it with this. We'll finish the next segment. Segment 4. We'll do it for next week. I'll finish with this. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do it. I ain't doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. This is what I will say, though. It's not going to be that. Stop building your businesses like quick fixes to your financial situation. You say, man, I need to make $20,000. So you build a business to service that $20,000 problem. Albert Einstein says you cannot solve a problem at the same frequency level of which it was created. Which means you must what? Think spiritually and mentally above your issue and see it at a bird's eye view. Why is this important? Because a lot of the stuff that you go through in life and business, if you can see it through the lens, let's even call it the lens of God, who has a macro vantage point or view on life. When you're building a business that supersedes any one product offering or any one thing, you're literally building an indestructible business. You cannot build an indestructible business if your business is built on the one thing that you do or that you offer to a specific group. Especially, you say, man, I'm a black man, a black woman, I service black people. Whoa. I guess there's not any diversity in black.
I got a mechanic shop, but all I do is change oil.
Because I don't listen to rap. So anyone that's making a bunch of analogies to rap and hip hop gang culture, I have no similarities in that lifestyle. I listen to R&B, jazz, classical music, gospel, some Christian rap. And when I go to our club that we own here in the city of Dallas, I listen to a little ratchet, but I ain't listening to it. I'm just smoking my hookah and drinking communion and enjoying the fellas. So I don't. So you say, I'm for the culture. I'm trying to figure out which culture. I ain't part of your culture. I'm not a part of that culture, buddy. I believe in education. I believe in taking courses, not for the result that your lying ass is promising, but to master a skill. I don't want to walk around with my chest open and chains out and all these juries. Like a lot of y'all really wanted a rap career. And it is showing in the way that you are presenting to these culture people, whoever the culture is. So determining your audience is not just based on color of skin or demographic. Because I'm sure that there's some white folk that identify with the culture, whatever that rap gangster life is, more than me. So you got to decide what's your business. And y'all want to know what's crazy? I've never seen $1 billion business only segment their products and services to a color group.
Never have I ever.
And black people get mad at this, right? They just hide him as a clown so that he can represent the black people so black people can buy the product. Duh!
Business.
They just paying for endorsements so that, yeah, duh. Because you identify with whoever you identify with. And the identity of the identification has a lot to do with if there's if there's like you got some understanding with that person, commonalities. So me putting LeBron on a poster is going to segment to people who love LeBron and that play sports. But people that hate LeBron and Michael Jordan, it's not going to segment to them. So if you want to build a business, focus on diversity. Even if your business is for black folk, you know there's tall black folk, short black folk, fat black folk, skinny black folk, muscular black folk, regular black folk, ugly black folk, fine black folk, handsome black folk, black folk, no teeth black folk, grit teeth black folk, black folk with braces, black folk with dentures, black folk with light skin, black folk dark skin, black folk mixed, black folk I don't know what I am. Black you got rich black folk, poor black folk, middle class black folk, who knows black folk. You got all these type of black folk.
Well, you over here sounding like
Dr. Seuss. I'm I'm DJ Seuss. That's for the culture. I'm ABS Seuss. You know what I'm talking about? ABS Seuss for the culture. You feel me? I grew up in suburban land. I'm trying to act gangster, but I'm for the culture.
Listen. Yeah. So, Doc, I think you got to let them know, man. You actually have another 5-day coming up this month.
Yes, I have another 5-day coming up. I'm contemplating this being my last live 5-day.
Oh. Because
my last 5-day cohort kind of made me mad. I don't want to say made me mad. They made me sad. But then they made it up. So I was like sad, and then happy again, and then sad, and then mad. So I do got another cohort on how to buy businesses. I think that every business owner should have an acquisitions department. And an acquisitions department is where you use your profits to buy another business or customer base or whatever have you. The biggest thing that helped our company was the fact that I did not splurge all of our money on stunting for my daddy.
So, Mo, you can go to the 4.
Go to 4, please.
All right. So it's gonna be Thursday, Friday, Monday through Wednesday. That's going to be June 15th and 16th. Then it's also going to be June 19th through the 21st. That's going to give Dr. Jake the opportunity to tell you, teach you, explain to you, get feedback from you of exactly how to buy companies with little to no money. He said this might be his last one, right? That's news to me. So you can guarantee it's going to be in the marketing and communication. We've done 2 already. This last one, while definitely did make him sad and kind of disappointed a little bit towards the end, still was able to get a lot of value. You can actually go to buybuildsellrepeat.com/class. If you're on IG, you can just type in class here on on the in the live, and it'll automatically send you a DM automating a process that we already had in place.
Yes. Yes. You can't listen, bro. Write this down, y'all. People first, result second. Write this down. People first, result second. Here's the quick formula that you need to build a business that will sustain itself. It goes people move processes, processes move systems, and systems move businesses. The essence of both winning and losing is in people. Don't let this AI BS fool you. Because AI can only be prompted and controlled by a person.
I literally just did a training on that, talking about that it's artificial intelligence. That means it has to be trained by some type of actual intelligence, which is human intelligence.
Facts. Because it is artificial. It's built off of something.
If you out here and you one of the ones, you like, man, is AI gonna replace me? Is AI gonna take? And you just giving AI something, letting it create you a whole book that you don't get about, intelligent, you replace yourself. You didn't already replace yourself. So how to buy a company with little to no money? That's gonna be June 15th through the 21st, from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Dr. Jake will be teaching. Yeah, we got
5 days.
It's quizzes involved.
Y'all will do work.
That's right. Y'all will do work to make sure you understand. Because again, we're not teaching these courses just to pad our pockets. No, this is a opportunity for us to educate as well as be educated on your understanding and see what it is we need to do, and if you fit the next phase of the process to actually go forth with the business acquisition. And if you're not ready to go forth, understand what it is you need to do to be able to put yourself in position to move forward. Whether that's just understanding what is inside these books, getting inside of our private banker sided community, developing those skill sets, understanding what it is, networking with other members of the society who may be further along that you can build with. These are all different things that we have in place to help you move forward. But again, buybuildsellrepeat.com/class. You'll be able to go register for the 5-day live free, be with Dr. Jake nightly, where he can break it down, give you the game, and also show you how to move forward. There's a lot of people that have already went through that class, and let me tell you, even if you've already been through it, I guarantee you it's going to be a quite different experience this time, because you know it's rare that we ever do things the exact same way more than once.
Because it's not surface level, and we actually do what we teach. None of our classes, although fundamentally the content is the same, but the context of how we teach it is always different. So if you are not at the space of mastery, then I would encourage you to keep coming until you master it. Now, we're not the people that say, when you make $1 million, no. We're not going to promise a specific number result, because it's all based on what your capabilities are, because the truth is some of y'all ain't built like that. And I know a lot of y'all, I know on the land of the internet, you know, we all things are possible. Yeah. I get what you're saying, but that don't make it true. You may be able to be a part of a winning team that does extraordinary things where you become financially independent, but it does not mean that you're the guy or you're the girl. Does not mean that. Okay? So I think it's very, very, very important that you understand that any of our teachings, our consulting, our strategies, our books, are for skill set training purposes. If you want a result, you hire us to get it for you. I'll say it again. If you want a result, you hire us and pay us what we know that we're worth to get it done for you. If you want to master the skill, you take the books, you take the courses, because I don't know what your result will be with or without it. Without it.
Without it. I ain't got nothing else, Doc.
That's all I got. Other than that, what I got to say is, y'all, I'm fasting right now. Pray for me. I ain't had no communion in about 4 days. So I'm real edgy. kind of feel like I'm PMSing. I don't know how long this fast is going to last. Maybe this is how I really am. I don't like it. Other than that, I love you all. My birthday is on the 21st, by the way. So if y'all want to send any gifts to our headquarters, because y'all know we actually got a location out of P.O. Box.
Love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
You can send it here.
Peace.
Just type
They got it, but let's buy some land and build a family. That's a grown-up flex. And see a black man winning and get so upset. This is generational, inspirational, integrative though. On the rise vertically, working like I ain't made it though. This is for my people. Locker room speeches. Listen while I'm teaching. Nails trying like a kiss. Stole it like